Another weekly vlog of my terribly exciting life. We all know that's not true, don't we, my loves? Roll titles. Well, hello, and welcome back to another weekly vlog where I talk about books and bricks and just general chatter, really. I hope you're all well. It's very, very warm again in Devon, in the UK generally. It's going to build up and build up next week to over 30 degrees, which is a lot. I know it doesn't seem a lot to my lovely American friends, but it's awful in the UK. It's like being inside a furnace. And so we're going to avoid that as best we can. Today is a Thursday, the 18th of June, maybe. And not a lot's been going on, really. Did some washing because the weather's nice. You've got to get outside, right? Apart from that, not a lot. But what I have read today, and I've had this book on my TBR for so long. It was bought for me by my friend Andy. Must be 2 or 3 years ago, easy. And this is a problem with the TBR, my friends, is it not? Because I think I've got quite a small TBR compared to a lot of other people. I've got about 100 books on a physical TBR. We won't talk about the Kindle. Anyway, I decided to pull them all out and see where I got. I shop my own TBR because I've not been buying many books. And I saw this and I thought, oh, I fancy something a bit whimsical. Do you know? A bit fairy-like, a bit fun, a bit, found family. So I picked up. Where are you? The wrong one. I picked the wrong up. I don't know. It was a good start. The House in the Cerulean Sea by T.J. Klune. I am not, by nature, a terribly emotional person. I, of course, feel emotion, but I don't tend to show it very often. It's just I'm autistic, so we operate on a different kind of level of that. Don't cry easily. I don't cry at TV programs. I don't cry generally. But this had me sobbing. By the end of this book, I was crying. It was just so lovely. I know there's a lot of controversy about what he used for his inspiration for this. I don't tend to. I'll read what I like. People aren't going to tell me what I want to read. It's just lovely. If you don't know what it's about, and everybody should, I think most people have read this. It's about this magical. It's called, what's it called? Got my wrong glasses on. Hang on a second, cheeks. Department in charge of magical youth, and one of the people who works there is called Linus, and he gets sent to this category 4 orphanage, which is on an island, completely isolated, and he's got 6 children on there who are considered the most dangerous. And it's just the most lovely found family. The kids are wonderful. The dialogue from the kids is so funny. Especially there's one lad who's there. It's called Lucy. I don't know if it tells you on the back, so I only tend to tell you what's on the back. I can't read this with these glasses on. Tells you on the back. One child there's called Lucy. He's a young lad, and he is the Antichrist. So he could bring around the end of the world, but he's so funny. All of them are funny, and it's run by, and there's the caretaker of that, who it ends up being kind of, a male and male romance. It's amongst older men, and it's just so lovely. Oh my god. Oh, I absolutely loved it. So I'm very sad I left this for a very long time and I didn't get to it. But I have got to it now and absolutely loved it. This was a 5-star read for me, purely because I cannot remember, honestly, cannot remember the last time a book made me cry. I can't remember. No, can't remember the last time a film made me cry, let alone a book. It was just, I was just so, it was just, oh, I can't even explain it. If you've read this, right? It was just lovely. Now, this is a duology. There is a second book, but I've been told not to read the second book because it's not as good as this. And this does end in a way that I feel really happy with, and I don't really need to read any more after that. So I've been reading that. I have got to read um at some point this month as well, Under the Whispering Door, TJ Klune. I said my friend bought these two for me, which is about a man who wakes up at his who basically realised that he's wake, that he's dead. So that looks fun. But so I read that today, and I am going to now pick up this Molka. I know there's a lot of people are very split on this. Some people really like it, some people don't like it at all. So my friend Amelia, who I trust her opinion, she really loved it. So there's a good chance that I'm really going to like it. Or I'm at least going to enjoy it, at least, right? So I'm starting that today. But apart from that, everything is trundling on as it should. So I hope you're all okay, my darlings. I hope you're well. And welcome to this week's vlog. On Monday, I'm going out with my friends Mandy and Joy for our breakfast club, and then we'll be pootling off somewhere. I am disabled, and I know a lot of people know this. I have MS and fibromyalgia. So the MS is the problem because obviously my walking is not very good. But I reached up this morning to get some cornflakes off the top of the fridge, and I've pulled my back. Don't get old, my friends. Don't get old. I don't recommend it. Something so stupid, but I've really hurt my back, and so anyway, there you go. But anyway, I'll catch up with you soon, my loves. Until then, ta-da! Hello. How are you? Is it too dark in here? I need to put a light on. Hey, well, that's a bit better, isn't it? It's now Friday evening, Friday the 19th of June, and the fan's on in the background, so hopefully you can't hear that too loudly. But it is very, very hot still. It's like 9 o'clock at night, so it's really warm. I've just been outside, I've been outside to sort out the hedgehogs and put the bird food out. So I've got this on because it's a bit nippy outside, but in here it's a bit warm. So I'll take this off in a minute. But today has been another quiet day, reading another load. I decided I was going to wash all of my throws and covers and stuff because it's such a lovely day and it dries so beautifully. So I did all that today. So that was good. I've ordered some shopping to come tomorrow. I was hoping my sister comes next Saturday for a fortnight, and her husband's coming with her to stay for a couple of days because we're going to put a single bed in my late husband's collection room. We're going to pack up some of his collections just to keep him safe, really, so he could fit a single bed in there then, and so she doesn't have to sleep on the sofa bed when she's here. So that arrives. The frame for that arrives on next Wednesday. The mattress already came, and my lovely stepson already took that upstairs for me. So so she arrives next Saturday, and next Thursday, because I had the electrician come, the electrician's coming to do the rewire of the box on Thursday and put a new light in my kitchen. So, and the chiropodist comes Wednesday. Got a busy week for me. It's a busy week for me, that is. But anyway, what have I been reading? Well, I also ordered some. I ordered some Lego today because double points on Lego, and the gift we're purchasing a Leonardo. Keep thinking Caprio, and I can't stand him. Leonardo da Vinci diorama. So I wanted that. So I ordered the ginger cat. I've already got the tuxedo one, and I ordered Pua from Moana. The pig. So I loved Hey Hey last year. It was one of my favourite builds. So I got those two coming. I haven't built anything yet. A bit too hot. I'm wondering if Lego is something I do in the winter. Because all I really want to do is read and nap because it's so tired. I can't sleep at night because I'm too hot. Anyway, I did finish today Molka. And this, if you don't know, is recently out. It was a 99p. I think it still is a 99p Kindle deal. It's about this woman called, I'm not sure how to pronounce it, it's Korean, Data, Dae, something like that. And she's in love with this man who takes her everywhere, and he's very wealthy, comes from a billionaire family. And it turns out he's just using her, basically filming it and sharing it with his friends, when they are intimate with each other. At the same time, there's also this man called Yun Young, I think he's called, and he works in the office where she works, and he's been putting secret cameras in the bathrooms to film the women going to the toilet. It's quite supposedly a problem in Korea. I think it's also a problem in Japan. Molka in Korean means spy camera, right? And it's quite common for men to do this and share it on, online, like intimate photos of women. And when the women complain about it, nothing happens. The men are just, it doesn't mean anything. And so this is really a conversation about that, saying how damaging this is to women. Now, she has also got a deceased sister who she's seeing everywhere. And she decides that she's going to get her own back now. And it becomes like, a revenge female rage. And I don't know if I enjoyed this book. I don't think it's a book you could enjoy. I think it's very important to talk about these issues. Um, so it's like a social commentary in that respect. But for me, it was not unhinged enough. And I spoke to a friend Amelia about this. Not enough death and destruction and slaughter happened for me, right? And I know that's the point. The point is that it's supposed to be frustrating. It's supposed to be this happens and there's nothing we can do about it. And like there's little moments where women get their own back and get revenge, but it's not enough to stop it. It's supposed to be infuriating. I get it, but for me, I wanted far more guts and gore. Do you know what I mean? So it's about a 3.5 star for me. Three and a quarter, maybe. I enjoyed it. I say enjoyed, not the right word. It's a good story, but it just wasn't enough for me. Do you know what I mean? It wasn't enough. It needed to be more unhinged. She needed to be more feral for me, because I would have been. Anyway, so that's that. And just now, I've just picked up Yesteryear by Caro Claire Burke. I got some money back on my Amazon account. They must have refunded me for something. I don't know what. I don't send a lot back, so I can't imagine what it is. But anyway, I had like 20 quid, so I thought, I'm going to get myself a book. And this was on special offer. I don't like hardbacks very much. I'm more of a paperback kind of person. But this was only 8 quid. And that's cheaper than the paperback will be. And of course, this is, it's everywhere at the moment, isn't it? Most people seem to like it, so I thought I'd give it a go. When it's something a bit different for me, it's about a trad wife influencer who is very famous online, but beyond the scenes, she's got lots of help. She's got nannies and, producers and people running around making her look like she's doing this all herself and she's got the perfect life. And then one day she wakes up and she's back in time at a time when there was no other choice but to be a traditional wife. Her husband and kids are the same, but obviously her life is very different because now she's having to live it for real. So I'm looking forward to seeing what it's like. I haven't started it yet, but I'm going to pick it up in a minute. So yeah, that's what I'll take the dust cover off because can't. Do you read books with dust covers? I can't read. Can't read hardbacks with dust covers. They drive me insane. Anyway, apart from that, my loves, all is well. I hope you're doing okay. I'll catch up over the weekend, and let you know what's going on. Keep warm or cool wherever you are, my darlings. If it's warm where you are, make sure you're hydrating, all right? Because it's a whopper. I'll speak to you soon. Take care. Bye. Hello, my friends. Well, it's been a difficult weekend. Got to be honest. My back got progressively worse. It's now Monday the 22nd, and sadly, I couldn't go out for my breakfast club and outing adventure with my retired friends, Mandy and Joy, because my back's not good enough. I knew I couldn't do the walking, and I didn't want to hold them up. So it's bad enough they have to wait for me as it is, because I'm already quite slow because my legs don't work very well. Um, So very sadly, I didn't go, and I'm really upset about it. Really gutted. I guess the only time I really go out is once a week, once a month, like that. Hopefully more when I get my scooter. But although I'm glad I missed the heat because it is 32 degrees here today, and we've just had a massive thunderstorm, which I love. If I was well enough, I'd dance in the rain, but I couldn't do that, obviously, not with a bad back and lack of balance. But there you have it. So I've been feeling sorry for myself today. Gotta be honest. So I've just been watching YouTube. I've caught up on all my favourite creators, and then I had a very long nap for about an hour and a half this afternoon. And yeah, that's pretty much all I've done, really. So I have been reading though. Yesterday, I read the Tales Point Horror Book Club for this month because the discussion was last night. The Witness by R.L. Stine. So I read it yesterday afternoon. I always leave this till the last minute. I don't know why I do that. And it was all right. I mean, they're very, very cliched. And I say this every time I do one of these, don't I? They're very cliched. And this is about a girl. What was her name? I can't even remember her name now. Roxy. It doesn't stay in my head. They're like popcorn, aren't they? Yeah. I mean, it was all right. Anyway, she has a best friend called Ursula. Like the Sea Witch, who is, and they, I don't, them like frenemies. They're supposed to be best friends, but she's horrible to her. Anyway, they make this stupid bet that they can. There's this one lad who goes to school with them called Lee, and they're in high school, obviously. He's very handsome and everybody loves him, and he's just fallen out with his girlfriend Shauna, who's also one of their friends. I don't remember this many things because it doesn't stay in my head usually. Anyway, they decide that they both fancy him, even though she's got a boyfriend called Terry, Roxy, who's lovely. Anyway, they make this bet that they'll go, whoever can get his hat, he always wears this hat everywhere, and bring it to school will win $50 or $50. Roxy decides that the way to do that is to break into his house and take it from his bedroom, and she sees something she shouldn't. Obviously, the witness. And then she starts obviously getting followed and things progress. And she's like a paranoid maniac. She switches between thinking it's one person and another, then another. She thinks it's this Lee, and then she's like, no, it can't be him. It must be, perhaps it's even my boyfriend. And it's just like, it's crackers. They're always a bit crackers. The ending is good, though. The ending is really good, and it was good fun. So I finished that yesterday. And before I picked this up, because I remembered it was Tales Point or a book club last night, and I was reading, and I finished today, or no, last night, Yesteryear by Caro, Burke. This is something that I normally wouldn't read. I've got to be honest. It's not, and the main reason for that is because it doesn't really know what it is. It's not. Is it a hot read? Is it a thriller? Is it a mystery? Is it a contemporary fiction? It doesn't really know what it is, and it flits between all of them. The blurb for this is not what happens in the book. Um, so I don't really know how to say anything about it without spoiling it. So I'll tell you what it says in the blurb. It says that she's a trad wife, and she has a massive social media influencer, and she's got all these people helping her: nannies, producers, people working on the farm. They're on this like old farm called Yesteryear, which is based like on a pioneer farm. So her farmhouse kitchen looks like there's no electronic devices, but they are, but they're hidden. Anyway, so you have this kind of timeline of her um going through that, well, how that happened, and what happens now, and what she does and what she says is very different to what she thinks. You have her internal dialogue in this as well. Then she wakes up and she's back in the 1850s, 1855 to be precise, and her husband is the same, and her kids are hers but not the same, right? And so you think it's going to be a time loop mystery. It kind of is, kind of isn't. Because is she imagining it? Is it just a dream, right? Is it all in her imagination? Is she just having an horrific dream? What's her name? I can't even remember her name because she just annoyed me so much. Natalie is the most narcissistic, annoying person you've ever met. Now, this I thought would be a social commentary on the tradwife phenomena and the culture of trad. It's everywhere. It's all over the internet. And a social discourse on that, right? And it wasn't. I was hardly touched on, really. It's entertaining enough. Now, I'm not being horrible. It's entertaining enough. It's a over 400-page book, and it reads really quickly. It's really engaging because you're like, what's going on? Because it flits from the past to the present time constantly. But apart from the kids who are kind of innocent in this, all of the adults, none of them have any redeeming features. They're all kind of caricatures of the worst of that kind of person. Do you know what I mean? I don't know if I'm explaining myself very well. I was disappointed. It could have been so good. And I was let down. I thought it was disappointing. And I know some people are going to love this, but to me, it was kind of like, it was just disappointing. I don't know what else to say. I mean, I'll do a fuller complete roundup when I get to my end of month, but it just wasn't what I was expecting, and I was a bit let down. I don't think this is as good as people for me. Oh shite! Just dropped it on the floor. That's how much. That's how much I enjoyed it. I've just thrown it on the floor. Yeah, I wasn't. It was a 3-star read for me. It was engaging enough, entertaining enough. I finished it. I didn't DNF it, although I wanted to about halfway through. But in the end, I was like, I want to know what's going on. And then when you find out what's going on, it's just predictable. And that kind of let me down, really. Do you know what I mean? So, but I know a lot of other people really love it. And that's what's good about books, of course, and reading is it's also subjective to all of us, isn't it? We're all so different. So today I've started reading over on the other side of them. Well, shelves everywhere. Under the Whispering Door by TJ Klune, because I enjoyed House in the Cerulean Sea so much, and that really was brilliant. I thought I'll go on to this one. So I have only just started it because I haven't been reading all day. So I'm going to start that now. I also thought to myself as well, because there was a comment on my previous video from my friend, one of my friends, and saying that she'd just finished reading Bury Her Bones in the Midnight Soil by V. Schwab. And I realised I've got that book in hardback. And everybody says how good it is. It's vampire-y, I think. So I'm going to grab that out. I've still got Dissection of a Murder to read this month. So I'm going to read that as well. So I think that's what I'm going to do. Because I haven't got anything on my Kindle I desperately want to read. So, yeah. But yeah. So that's where we are, my loves. That's where we are. It's very hot today. I'm sitting by the fan. I'm going to have a shower in a minute and just stand under cold water for a little while and try and bring my body back to life. But yeah, so I didn't go out. Very disappointing. Very sad about that. But anyway, it is what it is. Tomorrow's another day. And we'll go out again next month. It's fine. But hope you're okay. And I'll catch up with you to tie off this vlog on Wednesday morning. Bye-bye. Hello, my lovelies. It's time to wrap up the vlog. And aside from reading, I've also had a Lego delivery. So I'm going to show you that first. So firstly, there's something on... Hello, Kelly. Something on sale. So I got that. Tweety Pie as Cupid. He's so cute. Oh, he's got a little flower and everything. Isn't he cute? So that's how... I hope you can hear me because I can't use my microphone when I'm holding things up with both hands. Then I also got the Alice in Wonderland Brickheadz. Love them. So it looks like as well the Cheshire Cat's head comes off, as it does, of course, in the story. And then I got Pua from Moana. One of my favourite builds of last year was Hey Hey. It was such a fun build, so I'm looking forward to this one. So that looks great, doesn't it? It's heavy, heavy, really heavy. Really, really heavy. Oh, hang on. Stay there, my little loves. And then I also got this. the orange cat, because I've already got the tuxedo cat. So I thought this one, I've got both black and ginger cats. So actually I've got a tabby, so I might actually switch this up with some lighter and make it a tabby. I don't know yet, but I love that. So I've got that. Oh, those are heavy. Heavy. And then because I had over the threshold, which was what, 135 quid, I got the Leonardo da Vinci diorama, which is really cool. You see the studio, and there's a little tile with the Mona Lisa on, and a little Leonardo with his palette. It's so cute. So yeah, so that was that. Reading wise, I'm still reading Under the Whispering Door, mainly because I put this on pause because it's so hot in the UK at the moment. That I am having all the lights off most of the time, apart from first thing in the morning. So I can't really read because I've got no light. So I switched back to my Kindle. And I've just finished reading 2 books I found on KU. They're called, where is it? Curious Physiologies and Peculiar Consequences. Book 1 and 2 in the Line Folk of London series. This is a new series by Neill. Can you see them both? And it's brilliant. The third book is out sometime this year in 2026. And it's basically about this woman who's called Hannah. And she's a nurse and she's desperate to get a job. So she picks up this strange advertisement and goes to this clinic, which is in a very posh part of London. But the clinic's a bit weird. It turns out it's the clinic of an ab clinician. She doesn't know what that is, but he says, well, I deal with strange physiologies. So she starts working there and finds out actually what he does is he treats the line folk of London. Amidst the tube lines of London, there is a line all the way around it, and within that is a group of species that can change. Shapeshifters, vampires, mages, nymphs, all these kind of things. And they live alongside humanity. And while they're within these lines, what they're called the line folk, these a special ether that allows them to present as human. They only turn into their actual what they are when they step outside the lines. It's so good. So I don't really want to talk about it. I don't want to give too much away, right? But the ab clinician, Wayworthy is called, is something obviously as well, as is his assistant. She's the only non-line dweller, right? They're called dwellers when they're outside the lines. But obviously, you know, something happens later on, as it always does. It's a wonderfully complex magical system, utilising, you know, all of the landmarks within London. It's just really, really good. I'm really enjoying it. It's kind of if you ever read Neverwhere by Gaiman, then it's very similar to that. It's like Otherworld below London, but very different. A lot of the creatures, I don't know what they call creatures, they call them species. They were just others, right? They are, some of them are from the mythology of the world, but they don't behave in the same way. So, yeah, brilliant. Absolutely loved it. I read 1 and 2 in a day. I mean, they're only about 250 pages each. They're not that long. They're both on KU. There's also a prequel novella that sets it up, which I haven't read yet. But yeah, so really, really good. Really enjoyed them. And I've just started on my Kindle. What's it called? Dark by Iain Rob Wright, which is a sci-fi horror. Iain, this guy, he writes really, really dark, creepy, horrific fiction. So I'm going to fancy a little bit of a horror to balance out the fantasy. I've got to be in the mood for fantasy. And I really enjoyed that fantasy because it was really different, you know. And the covers are really interesting, I think. So, yeah, and he's from the UK, and I always support UK indies. So, yeah, that's where I am at the moment, my darlings. It's currently Wednesday, the 24th of June. I'll be releasing this later today. Just waiting for the bed frame to come, the single bed frame for my spare room. which my sister and her husband are coming the weekend to put together, and then she's staying with me for a fortnight. And also my chiropodist is coming today. All exciting stuff. So get me some of my toes. I feel like I'm walking on air later. Tomorrow, electricians in the morning to refit the box and put a new light in my kitchen. And in the afternoon, my friend Mandy's coming to my garden because it's grown massively because of the weather, obviously. But apart from that, everything's okay. It's just a little bit warm, innit? It's just a little bit hot, it's a little bit much. It's a little bit furnace-like, to be honest, but so it's supposed to last till tomorrow and then it go down in temperature. I don't mind the sun. I don't mind the summer, but this kind of heat is just suffocating. So you can't be outside. Come 11 o'clock, it's currently 20 past 7 in the morning. Come 11 o'clock, I'll shut all my doors, shut all my curtains, and put my fan on, and I won't go back outside again till about 7 o'clock tonight. So it's just too much for me. It's making me feel unwell. So, but other people love it. I hate it. Roll on the autumn. I'm an autumn girl through and through. Anyway. So that's it, my love. That's my vlog for this week. So remember, my darlings, stay cool. Stay hydrated. Keep reading fantastic books. Building Lego. Doing whatever brings you joy. And if you enjoy my little corner of the internet, little safe space for us weirdos, then please consider subscribing and liking. And I'll see you next week for more shenanigans. Goodbye, my darlings.